scrapbooking friends, and thank you for joining me for another video. We're back in the house of scrap. We're doing our scrapbooking, housekeeping and fix and file where necessary. This is album 13, which is the third album of 2018, and we've got 24 layouts today. So 24 layouts to show you today. Starting with this one. Framed layout, green textured cardstock, yellowish textured cardstock, bird, egg, themed pattern paper there, which was A4 size. That came in like a pack, as did this. It was, I think it was called Home to Nest, and it was a Paper Mania themed pack. So this was, we stayed in a little holiday cottage up in Derbyshire, and we noticed a lot of bird activity, robin activity when we first arrived, and then eventually we realised there was a nest in the hedge, and it was just opposite the window in the cottage, so we could watch it. So we spent a lot of time observing the nest, and this was the photo that I took of the little birdies in the nest, and this was the robin going into the nest. So gold glitter, not gold, green glitter foam alpha, Project Life card, journaling card, wood piece there, which I'm pretty sure was one of those that came from Sainsbury's a few years ago, part of their Christmas festive wrapping section. Flare badge, punched out star, the photos layered on some torn paper there. This is a stenciling, this wonderful is stenciling, so I've obviously used texture paste and added a little bit of green to that. And then this is a stamp here, so I've stamped that image there. Yeah, and then yeah, just saying that we observed the nest all week that we were there. This was the same holiday, so this is another framed layout, double framed actually, with brown cardstock and then 2 green. Foam glitter green alpha, gems down the side here, and this is hen themed paper. So I think I had some kind of themed pack that involved hens and chickens and things. So this looks like a very old-fashioned milk churn wood piece there, a flare badge, a journaling piece here. So I was just saying that Buddy took quite a shine to the chickens at the cottage. They didn't seem too bothered, so we were on this side and they were on that side, and there they are. Buddy was observing them, probably barking at them too, and yeah, they weren't bothered at all. And then I've just done a little bit of stamping here, free range eggs and some little eggs stamped there. Word phrase stickers again, and yeah, this is a different layout, isn't it? It's quite sort of 2/3 focused on this side. I wonder whether that was a sketch or something. So this would have been the same holiday. I think we went there at this time. I did go there another time as well though, so I'm not sure if this was on the actual holiday. Yeah, it was. So this is the museum in Iam, a village in Derbyshire. It's the Plague Museum really. And it was this particular village in Derbyshire, when the plague came to the village of Iam, the people there kind of self-imposed themselves in, they put themselves into a quarantine to prevent the spread of the disease. And it meant you know, it meant certain death for some people, but it was a selfless act, and it was quite apt really, considering what we've all, you know, been through in the last few years. But yeah, this was the original sort of the plague in 1665. So I just wanted to document that, being a Derbyshire girl myself, not from that village. But yeah, it's always a part of the Derbyshire history. Red textured cardstock, black chalkboard type pattern paper here. Lots of layering of papers. A tag here that I've stamped on too. This is that same, what do you call them? Stencil. I've gone through that same stencil that I used before. It's actually a Christmas themed stencil, but I used it in this context with, and I don't know, I must have created black texture paste because I haven't got any black texture paste. A key here, 2 of those little hearts that came from the Tim Holtz set, kind of very vintage looking pieces. This is Tim Holtz as well. Tim Holtz again. Tim Holtz again. So yeah, Tim Holtz products are very suitable for this kind of layout, aren't they? Like a sort of historical layout. Lots of stamping here as well. It's very difficult to see, but it's there. And then I've added eyelet, set an eyelet, and added jute twine to that one. This is one of my favourite layouts. I absolutely loved it when I did it at the time, and I'm not sure if I think I might have copied somebody. Scrap lift, you know, it was a scrap lift, I'm certain of it, but I loved it so much I think I did it again a couple of times more. So this was on the 19th of April, so this is my wedding anniversary. It's also the day before my birthday. So I was just saying that I'm enjoying my anniversary treat in the garden. cola and cupcakes, of course. So this photo's just, you know, laid on pattern paper. I've used that stencil again there. Foam black glittered alphas, doily, gems, buttons, wood pieces, enamel dots, metal pieces, a tassel here, a wood arrow, some pearl gems. I've stamped here, cola bottle and a cupcake. I've added glitter here. This is a little button, a Union Jack button there. I don't know if you can see that button piece, and these are those hearts that I've used before, and a little bit of stamping here and there as well. So yeah, love this one. I think I had it in a frame for a while. Oh, and that stamp of mine, that's pretty much one of my favourite stamps ever. Had to put that on there, didn't I? Gems there as well. And so yeah, that's a sort of a birthday kind of themed layout. So this is in Derbyshire again. This was that same visit. So framed, not a framed layout. Oh, I've done a frame on two sides here. I like to do that from time to time. Pattern paper, central piece here with a photo. So this is Mam Tor, the shivering mountain it's known as in Derbyshire. Gold glitter foam alphas, glitter chipboard alphas, Project Life card. Done a little bit of punching here with my stamp and stamped little pieces onto there. So I've said the Peak District and Sheffield Helen Mum and Dad, and then the date here, and then this is a journaling piece here. And I just said that I was pleased that we managed to go to Castle to see Mam Tor. It's been a long time since I'd been there. I didn't really remember much, and I'm hoping to climb it one day. It's not a huge mountain, but you know, it is a mountain. This is Billy, my dog Billy. So this is brown texture cardstock here, doilies again, Project Life card, 2 4x6 photos of Billy mounted onto lighter brown texture cardstock, wood pieces here, punched circles, wood, pour, wood, I just said that, didn't I, wood words, punch circles, and here is my favourite products. Have I shown that already in this series? My Cavalier Puffy sticker from Smell Box of Crayons. Pretty much one of my favourite products ever, and I think I only had 4 of those in total. Stamping. So these are some of my very favourite photos of Billy. Clearly remember taking them in Mum and Dad's garden. Yeah, I do actually. He was sat under the garden furniture looking absolutely beautiful, bless him. And at that time he was almost 3 years old. So this is kind of copying that previous Cola and Cupcakes layout. Much more embellishment on this one though. So it's Bud, that wood alpha there, chipboard green glitter alpha there, and these glitter foam pieces came from Chanel, I think. A metal butterfly with thread here. I've just said, you've really come on in leaps and bounds, you're such a lovely boy all grown up. That's his little photo when he first came to us, which you've seen already, and then this was obviously one that I took later on. Stamped doggy here, and then all kinds of things here. I've got acrylic flowers, I've got sequins, I've got brads, buttons, gems, puffies, wood pieces, even some little pieces here from that alpha set that I liked so much, that pleather one. A bit of stamping, not much, wood doggy, yeah, all kinds of things on here. Love it. A really good way to use your embellishments, especially if you like your embellishments. So this was I think I documented this already, the Presley's Bar reunion that we went to. So there's quite a lot of songs that Elvis did that are kind of Mexican themed from some of the films, like Fun in Acapulco, the films that he made, the Mexican themed films. So we usually have a bit of fun on the dance floor and Elvis Disco and our Mexican themed products, which purchased in, may purchase them in Ibiza, I'm not sure. I've used my punch here, haven't I, for all these circles, large and small, and then black foam glitter alpha to make the title. I've punched out loads of tags here, added lots of little puffy hearts, staples. This yellow glittered foam alpha I like a lot. That's one of my favourites, and this came from that as well. And this pattern paper is quite appropriate, isn't it? It looks a little bit kind of Mexican themed. But yeah, just unusual design, but you know, fun. So this is Bud with his green paws. You can see that there. So what did I say? Can't quite read that. My husband mowed the lawn when we came back from our holiday, and he had a helper with his helper. So this must have been, yeah, this was when we came back from that holiday that we'd just been on in Derbyshire. So looks like I've cut out this from a pattern paper or something. Use that as a base for my title. Chipboard green glitter alpha. one of those little creatures there on thread. Puffies here. I suppose because you're out in the garden mowing the lawn, there's lots of little creatures out there, isn't there? Layered pattern papers, paper clip here, thread. I'm gluing it to the page at this point. Eyelet set into this tag here. Baker's twine, wood doggy, puffy pieces from the Chamel box of crayons, a doily. Very small photo of Bud there actually, but yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Phrase stickers. Oh, and I've done some ink splatter and a little bit of stamping as well here with a doggy frolicking. And that's another one of those that's partially framed, so half framed with the orange and then on two sides. This is a fully framed layout, and this was on that holiday. I remember getting this milkshake. It was absolutely lovely. Red textured cardstock, pink textured cardstock, or is it smooth? Not sure. I think I probably did this using a plate and some paint. Put plate on the page and then just drew around it just to get that design. Strawberry paper clip here. Lots of strawberry themed products here. Puffies. These were the home decor pieces that had pegs on them. These were push pins, little flat stickers here, puffies again, stamping, flare piece, doily, and just saying that I had this at Castleton in the Peak District. And this is just a pre-cut. I've cut this from a pattern paper, I believe. And a tassel as well. So yeah, I like that one, love that one. Even though it's pink, I do like it. So this was on the same holiday. We had a lot of rain on that holiday, which I'm saying here, it rained a lot. So the upside of that was we did see a double rainbow. I don't know if you can quite see the double rainbow in the photo. So yeah, we had a double rainbow. So I created this pattern paper similar to before, but I've done it four times. So I've framed, you know, three frames, and then the actual paper that I've used for the embellishing. So yeah, that's I must have been enjoying that design at the time. Chamel chipboard alphas there, and the puffies as well. Stamped sunshine here with a gem. Lots of puffies, rainbow puffies. Cut this from the papers as well for the journaling, phrase stickers. All this came from the pattern papers. The two photos here, and the phrase stickers are Tim Holtz. And what are they? Are they brads? Yeah, they're brads. So, I think this is not stuck properly. Look at that. It's not stuck properly. I could fix that with a staple, couldn't I? Shall we do that? 4 layers of cardboard to go through. There you go. Sorted. I've been looking at these and I think they're all pretty well stuck. My more recent layouts are all fine. Actually, it's only the very old ones that were not doing very well with the adhesive. This is stenciling here. Tim Holtz stencil, white texture paste. That gold glitter chipboard alpha set again. Wood heart. This is a die that I actually purchased for this layout because it was a challenge. I think it might have been an alpaca challenge, but you know, llama, alpaca, tomato, I don't know the difference. I'm not a wildlife expert. These lovely star gems here, I'm not sure where they came from. Layered pattern papers, this photo of my Billy. So this was before we moved to the Isle of Wight. We came here on holiday. I think it was our first holiday to the Isle of Wight with the doggies, Billy and Elvis. And they had these, I don't know whether they were llamas or alpacas, but they were there in the field next to where we were staying. And Billy was a little bit obsessed with them. He kept looking out the window at them. So I've said here that he was fascinated by the lovely creatures on the farm where we stayed on our very first visit to the Isle of Wight with Billy and Elvis. And that was in God's Hill. Phrase sticker here, some 2 little button type brads there. And these were just die cut out of white. So yeah, that's a lovely memory, that one. So this is Memphis Sun Studios, where Elvis did his recordings in the 1950s. Red textured cardstock framing, the yellow textured cardstock, Project Life card, banner piece. I think I've cut these are die. I've cut these out with a die, my squeeze tool. Punch circle with a wood musical note there. Foam glitter alphas, some tissue, musical tissue paper with the photos placed on the top there. A little bit of journaling on the page here, glitter domes as well. Just saying, standing on the same spot where Elvis stood, and I think anyone who goes to Sun Studios always has a photo taken there, and that's me and my husband. And then I've got these are puffies, little puffies that I've put onto wood circles. Yeah, that's a nice one, bright layout. This is my beautiful boys here. So this is Buddy and Elvis. So I'm really looking forward to getting out and about with my beautiful boys this year. So this is a grid style layout, isn't it? And I've offset the Project Life type cards here. Lots of elements here, paper clips, wood pieces, foam glitter gold alpha wood pieces, little heart piece here and a camera, and yeah, just a grid type layout with Elvis on board. Fun in Acapulco, so that's a movie that Elvis made, and when we were in Memphis we met the lady that was his co-star in the film, and the Mexican people in that area put on an event for the Elvis fans, and this is the one we went to. So that's that alpha set again, that 1950s type thicker set. Vile coloured pattern paper here, but really goes well with the cape there that the actress actually gave to us, and it's from the film, not the one from the film, it's obviously it's like a replica, but yeah, it was in the film. So gold splatter here, writing on the page, so Mexican fun. I think the cape was a competition prize and we won, signed by Elsa Cardenas. So that's what happened then. I've forgotten, we won a competition, and Elsa Cardenas is the actress that was in the film with Elvis. I've used my punches here, all my punches here, to make these layered stars, and then just layered pattern paper with a centrally placed photo cluster there. And then there is a companion page to that, which is this one, and this is Elsa Cardenas, who was in the film with Elvis. And there's a song in the film, The Bullfighter Was a Lady. I don't approve of bullfighting, not my thing at all, but this was an actress in a film, so yeah, it's a movie, fiction. And I just noticed when I was looking through these earlier that I've spelt Memphis wrong. And how could I have not noticed that before? That is crazy. And I think I've still got those. I may still have those alphas. I'm not sure. I'm going to have a look in a minute. But that is ridiculous. If I haven't, I may just have to let it go. But I'm one of those people, when I read books, if there's a mistake in the book, I'm like, how could they not have noticed? Like, how could they not have noticed? And yeah. I didn't notice that, did I? So, and I think I check things as well. I'm that person that checks things. But yeah, it does happen to the best of us. I've done that again with the punch stars of 9. I've added these little flat gold circle stickers around there, just a little bit of glamour going on. And then this was that holiday in Derbyshire again. So Derbyshire's famous for the Blue John. It's Blue John, the gemstone or the stone. I'm not no expert on these things, but Blue John is specific to Derbyshire, Castleton in Derbyshire, where that Shivering Mountain was, and where I had the milkshake and all that. So yeah, after all these years I finally got a piece of Blue John when we went to Castleton, and I got myself a ring. So this is a framed layout with the 2 different sort of aubergine type colours there. This is a tag piece here, some Project Life cards, large doily again, 4x4 photo, layered gems, puffies, another go at that lovely torn edge that I like to do with the staples and the embellishment. And that, I think that is a puffy with, is it got a ring on it? I think it has. Some splatter here, and a gold doily actually with a wood piece that I've inked up, and tassel. Treat time. So this is see you later, be good boys, I'll be back soon. So when I go out, you know, always give the doggies a treat and say see you later and be good boys. And this is what this layout's all about. So layered again, green, darker green coloured texture cardstock, framing this lighter green texture cardstock, some ink splatter, that gold chipboard alpha again, some wood stars here, wood hexagons. I'm doing a top left and a bottom right cluster here with heart, puffy heart and a button heart, and then these 2 doggy pieces, and then lots of layers on those 4x4 photos there. This is Bud. So yeah, lovely pattern paper here. The sun was out for the bank holiday weekend, a scorcher, ice cubes to cool body down. Okay, so yeah, it's really hot. This is my border punch that I've used here, green cardstock just in the centre with I've done these wood circles with the gems that I adhered to them, filled corners with the glitter domes there. That's a foam type. I think that came from a children's packet of Easter themed crafting products, and I think they all said Happy Easter, and I've just put the happy bit on here, and then a little bit of a tag sticking out there and something under there. I think that this looks as though I've followed a design of some kind. White glitter foam alpha there. I've added the twine, looped the twine around again on this one, some little paper clips there, and that is a button with some little gold thread coming through. Yeah, lovely bright layout, that one. So this is Bud. I was panicking because I couldn't find him. He had clearly found the coolest spot on a rather hot day. He has quite an obsession with being in the car. He does like being in the car, still likes being in the car actually, but he also has a thing where he looks a bit green when he's in the car, so he sits up and he looks a bit as though he's not too happy, but So we have to kind of settle him down, but he goes crazy to get in the car. They both do, actually. Chester does too. So double framed layout with blue grey, and then this pattern paper, like a ledger type pattern paper. Chamel alphas again here. This is pre-printed on the paper. This is Chamel paper, I'm sure, pre-printed here. Location icon there. Has that got another name? I always call it location icon. I'm not sure whether that's what it is. This is pre-printed on the page, the days of the week. I've used that border punch again, with this car themed pattern paper, and a tag here. Eyelet, twine, wood arrow, some of those little puffies that I was using before. What's that called? It's a wood piece. Can't think of the word. This is a banner piece on here as well. Compass, isn't it? That's what it is. So yeah, no splatter, I don't think, on this one. So just document the fact that Buddy, yeah, I remember that day I couldn't find him and I was running around like crazy. I was panicking, I couldn't find him, and yeah, there he was. My husband was cleaning the cars and he was just inside the car. So I think the sun's coming over now. This is another Buddy layout. So it's a pattern paper, it is pattern paper because there's some on the back, so it's just a very light coloured pattern paper, centrally placed, tracing paper frame here with a floral, and then Buddy sat outside on our hammock swing chair. This lovely alpha, again, yellow glitter foam alpha. I've added a bird themed piece underneath that, and this is a Project Life card, a bit of stamping here. This beautiful giant button, which I'm pretty sure I purchased from a button shop in York when we went to York, and I had a few of them. I think that's where that came from. And then I've loosely added this yellow baker's twine. Phrase stickers, and this is a stamped piece here. Remember the now, I think it says. And I'm pretty sure, did I emboss that? I think I embossed that as well. Yeah, I embossed it. It's embossed. I don't do that anymore. It's too much of a faff. I've looped the baker's twine here again and some buttons here. And did I do splatter on this one? It looks as though I might have done. Can't quite see with the sun coming in. But yeah, it looks like I've used yellow ink splatter there. So this is my husband and I eating fish and chips in the back garden. So we've got fish and chips to take home after an afternoon at the steam railway for the Real Ale Festival. Ah, there you go. That's what we were doing. So pattern paper, framed on two sides here again. I'm doing that again. Then I've sort of created this line, haven't I, for the title, the journaling, and a little bit more information there, and with the top left to bottom right ink splatter, and then bottom left to top right embellishments, which is unusual. So these are puffies, fish and chip themed. That's a little steam train on a button and a wood musical note, because they had music there. These are large photos, aren't they? Are they 6x8? I've printed them on, I think I've printed those side by side onto A4 paper, and I've framed all that with blue cardstock. So this is the title, and then I've just said what we were doing, and then we were at home and it was hot, hot, hot. A little bit stamping there. Yeah, simple layout, but really quite a striking one, isn't it? I do like it. And then some phrase stickers there as well. I've got a lot of fish and chip layouts though, and I think I might have to downsize my fish and chip layout collection at some point. This is Bod, red texture cardstock with this floral on the top. This is all pre-printed on here. All this is pre-printed. Came from a paper pack. These were some felt flat florals that I had, and I had a lot of them. And they may, it looks as though I'm starting to use them here, so they may start to appear on layouts. So I may have used them before, I can't remember, but I had quite a lot of them. I think I had them in different colours as well. What I've done here is I've put tiny little beads in there, and I think I've obviously covered them with glue of some kind, and they've set inside there. And this is a chipboard alpha that I really liked. I don't know if I've used that already yet, but I remember really liking that a lot. So this is lots of layering here, floral paper, tracing paper, red, white, and then these two photos of Bud that I've put together on one photo. A little epoxy type sticker there. I can't actually see what is on that. Can't quite tell. You probably have just seen it though. And then I've just said that he was fascinated by the new blooms on our return from holiday. He likes to investigate anything new. I've already said that, haven't I? He does like to investigate anything new. And these tulips had flowered, you know, bloomed whilst we were away, and when we came back he noticed them straight away. Alpha phrase sticker. And then the final one of this album is this one, which is a framed layout again with dark, sort of a blue type texture cardstock, and this absolutely wild patterned paper that obviously came from a pad, because I never would have bought it as an individual paper. And this is just about Elvis still loves to help me unwrap my gifts. So Elvis and Billy always used to, like, you know, at Christmas time or birthdays, they like to really get stuck in to help with the unwrapping, or play with the wrapping paper is more like it. But yeah, so this must have been, this is a birthday one obviously, and this is 2018 because that's what I'm working on, but I can't see, did I put the date on there? Can't see the date, but it may just be hiding from me. Not put it on the back either. I may have to rectify that because, you know, once this goes in the album, well, I mean, if it goes in any album, it still needs to know the date. If it's in a chronological album, then it would be obvious. But I've always scrapbooked by chronological, by the date of creating the layout, not the date of the event. So yeah, it wouldn't be. It may, although I would probably do my birthday layouts at around the same time. It, you know, it may not follow on. So punched out all these lovely brightly coloured stars, and I've done faux stitching around them with a journaling pen. Some gold buttons here, that lovely foam glitter yellow alpha. Just these two little photos of Elvis in the centre of the page with tracing paper and light blue cardstock, a tassel, and then birthday themed Project Life card there, and this is Project Life card. Oh, can't see. I think I have done a little bit of ink splatter as well, probably most likely in gold on this page. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to add a date to that. Oh no, there it is. There's the date. Can you see it? And I'll show you the right bit of the paper. It's there, look. Yeah, I've used a roller date stamp. So 24 layouts, album number 3, and these will all get put away in their different themes. So this will be birthday, this will be body, this will be home, this will be buddy, 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 buddy and Elvis, home, holiday Elvis, holiday Elvis, buddy and Elvis, holiday Elvis. Even though we weren't living here at the time, I will probably put this, rather than holidays, I will probably put this in home. Holiday, 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 because we were on holiday. Elvis, Presley, Buddy, Billy, holiday. We're in Derbyshire, but it was a holiday. Could possibly, yeah, it is a holiday, but it's a Derbyshire holiday, so I'll have to think about that. Birthday, me, Helen, birthdays, Derbyshire or holiday, Derbyshire or holiday, Derbyshire or holiday. I've got to think about that now, because yeah, it was a holiday, but it was a family thing because my parents were with us most of the time, and yeah, I think I'm going to put this in. It might depend on how many layouts, so it may go in holiday if there's less hot layouts in those. Once I've finished all together with my housekeeping, I'm going to look at the categories, and if something can go into a category that's got fewer layouts in it, and I may do that just to work around how many albums I've got and what have you. So I have created a couple more categories. So in the Just Me, so the Helen layout category, I've also done, within that category, I'm going to do an album that's just for birthday themed stuff, and I'm also doing one that's for musical theatre. So, and Joseph, which would be the same one. And with this kind of thing where it is holiday, but it's very much family themed, and it's Derbyshire, which is, you know, where I'm from. So, yeah, I think it's going to go in, don't know, home and family, I think. Right, enough of that waffling on, and we shall move on to the next album. I have got here some mini albums that I made in 2018. So when I went to the Go Go Getaway retreat in June, I created a mini album, and I've also got that new Forest mini album, this one that I did on my channel recently, because I only did that recently. And then I've got my birthday album, my birthday month album, and I've put here Peak District April 2018. And it's funny because I've only really documented the 19th and the 20th of April, and then the holiday, because the holiday was kind of like a birthday thing. So nowadays I do an album for the whole of April. I do my April month album, don't I? But when I first started doing these way back, I think I was just documenting, you know, the day or two around my birthday, and also any sort of specific birthday event that I did. So that's interesting. So what I may do at the end of 2018 is I may give you a flip through, and then we can see whether layouts that I'm not keen on, that I've documented, things that appear in those albums, that may help me to decide whether to keep the layouts, especially if I'm not keen on the layouts. The way I'm doing it at the moment is if I'm not keen on a layout, I'm just not keeping it. If it's like a really if it's like an amazing story or a story that I really want to tell, then I may possibly keep it for that reason, or I may re-scrapbook it. But at this moment in time, if I don't like a layout or something's not too important, then I'm not actually keeping the layout. So that's yeah, how I'm working on my housekeeping, as well as fixing layouts and refiling them by theme. So once again, thank you for joining me. Stay safe, take care, and I shall see you next time.